Why, hello, YouTube. This is JJ from Which Day Today, and I'm coming back to you with another video. And it's from Yahoo Entertainment. Charlize Theron says male director made her do multiple costume fittings to make her look more affable. I mean, and the funny thing is, her current picture, she appears to be dressed as a more affable person. So the idea that she had a problem with other people telling her to do this just sounds ridiculous. Is she going to come outside the door with no makeup on anymore? No, she's going to wear makeup. Women in general wear makeup in like every facet of their life unless they're going to bed or something like that. When they go to the office, they they wear makeup. When they walk down the road, they wear makeup. When they go to get something to eat, they wear makeup. Now, hey, there's actually some men walking around talking about, I want women who are not too busy trying to look good every 2 seconds. You're just going to the corner store. Why do you have to go to the bathroom and have on a face full of makeup just to go to the corner store and come right back? Because women are trying to look sexually attractive. So the idea that a director told you to do that and it said, let me help you with this because there's a movie we're trying to sell. And you have a problem with that, it just sounds ridiculous. You can't tell me that, oh, well, you know what? I only like to get dressed up when I'm around women. Because that's obviously not true in the cases of most women. That might be an aspect. That is not the only aspect. That's not the largest aspect. Because largely you're going to be in a world with men. You're going to be interacting with men. But yeah, let's get into the article. Charlize Theron is done letting men dictate her fashion choices on screen. Then I'm assuming that you're making the movies because at the end of the day, I can't say outside of that, I can't say that I'm going to go watch a Charlize Theron movie because her name's in it. If anything, I'm willing to boycott it because according to her, oh yes, I adopted this black son from Africa and he wants to be a girl. I never presented the idea to him. He just did that on his own. Now, in good and well, in Africa, those are strange ideas. So the idea that he just came up with that on his own and she's not implanting that idea is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. Now, where was I? The actress who is set to star on Netflix The Old Guard 2 and School for Good and Evil recalled her experience with an unnamed male director who she said had her attend multiple costume fittings in an attempt to sexualize both her and her character. Woman, I mean, you're not supposed to look sexually attractive. You did not come in there with makeup before he decided, let's customize how sexually attractive you are. I remember one movie in particular, the male director who just kept bringing me into fitting after fitting after fitting. She told Harper's Bazaar, and it was just so obvious that it was to do with my sexuality and how affable they could make me in the movie. And when I started out, it was just kind of the norm. So that doesn't happen to men when men are running around here with their shirts off. So in Thor, when he was going around with his shirt off, they weren't trying to sexualize him for the female audience and saying, hey, men, this is the idea that you're supposed to aspire to in terms of good looks and physique. Right. You don't see men crying. Shut up. Stefani Keenan Getty. Oh no, that's the photographer that took that picture. Earlier in the interview, Theron shared that she had been irked by men making decisions about her outfit since the beginning of her career. I am telling you right now that if she did a female director, they're going to make her try to look sexually attractive. I mean, unless it's the Woman King. I mean, if that's the case, then okay, that's something different. But in general, when women enter screen movies, whether it's female or male, and anything in between, because we know of all these gender. Then again, I don't know nobody talking about I'm a gender alien directing the movie. I mean, I just don't know about that. You can tell me if there's any, but I'm quite sure that those women, when they're making those movies, the women are there are looking sexually attractive. Having absolutely no control over what you're wearing is a big one that's really effing annoying me for years, she said. Having some guy make you have a fitting almost in front of them, stuff like that is really belittling. Theron added that there was no conversation around the outfit selection process at all when she first starting out. Instead, she was like, this is what you're wearing. Yeah, unless you are doing something that's behind the scenes outside of acting, like, I don't know, writing, or you don't have the good, brilliant idea that makes the movie better, you're some sort of assistant director or something. Because, like, let's say here, of what you call it, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck has no say in anything unless he has an idea to make the movie better. Ben Affleck has more of a say, or was going to until he decided to cancel. He has more of an idea, more say so in the Batman film that he was trying to make. Why? Because he's also trying to make it. He's co-directing. He's an assistant director or something, as well as acting. You have to bring something else to the table other than your acting, because the guys have a vision and you're following the vision. You're getting paid to act out this dude's vision of what he wants on the big screen. And if it's a woman, it's going to be the same idea. I mean, I don't know what you want from me. When they was busy making that girl power, Charlize Angels, what did the woman look like? A sexually attractive. So, I mean, let's get out of here. That was supposed to be some sort of feminist female power thing. Theron added that there was no conversation while starring in 2003 film Monster. Theron recalled trying to protect Patty Jenkins' vision after getting the feeling that that its financiers were more interested in creating a hot lesbian movie with me. Christina Rick, she founded her own production company in Denver the same year. Let's go look at the production company. Let's look at what the movies that she's running around here producing. I'm guaranteeing you that the females in there are sexually attractive. They're not getting up. They're not walking there with no makeup on their face. They're not walking around looking like a couple of lesbians. I mean, butch, axe chopping down lesbians. They're not. Now, I'm quite sure that there's probably going to be characters built for that. And besides, considering how you want your son to be looking like a pretty girl, why do you have an issue with this? Man, shut up. The dude, according to you, said, I want to be a girl. Not that I have to necessarily be some pretty Disney princess girl. So I know you helping him out with that. I know you're presenting that idea and forcing those ideas down his throat. It's a problem when people do it with you, though. There's a natural fight in me to want to create environments that feel like things that I wish I had 30 years ago when I started, she shared. Theron is a producer on the forthcoming Old Guard sequel and revealed that its cast and crew consisted of 85% women. When it comes to being a producer, Theron acknowledged, Come on. Doggone controller. I'm reading this off a PlayStation, man. What happened? Don't always get it right. Yeah, I'd imagine so, because a lot of women in these things, they actually get into these positions and they're not doing it. They're not doing it right. They're talking about, hey, we want to be 50% of whatever workforce, and then you got female officers, and the men that they're supposed to be arresting are literally getting up and walking off. And the dudes get in their way up until the men walk up there and be like, no, we are not doing this. This is not what's going on. With the office jobs, you got women talking about, hey, yeah, I don't feel good today. Meanwhile, what they're doing is getting mental health breaks. And they're not calling it that because jobs don't cover that. They just don't. At the end of the day, at my job, if you are mentally suicidal or something, at the end of your work day, you can go take some therapy sessions. They'll give you that. But other than that, that's not a reason not to come to work. You have to physically be injured in order for that to happen. And that's not what these women are calling out for. I don't always get it right, she added, but I am very aware of looking at the big picture and saying, is this really the best we can do? Eh. She's going to be like Tyler Perry, trying to do roles, trying, supposed to be a director or a producer in her case, and still trying to act in films. That's what she's going to need to do to keep the thing afloat. Let's read the comments. This is from a guy called John. I feel bad for her. All that she's had to endure, the only thing I don't know what she had to endure. The only thing I know about her is that, hey, she flying over to Africa to get kids and all but turn them out, man. Talking about, yeah, he chose the idea of being gay. Younger than 5 years old, he came up with the idea on his own. And he's an African, not an American, an African. Where it's a strange idea for that to even happen in Africa. It's a foreign idea. So I know he didn't come up with that on his own. She put that idea there. All that she's had to endure. Actresses should be able to pick out their own wardrobe, which is a stupid idea because if we're directing the Avengers, you can't be walking around like I am the Queen of England. If you're supposed to be a superhero in the Avengers, you can't be walking around with a t-shirt and jeans, unless it's been very clearly written that that's how you look inside the comic. And I mean, unless that matches with what everybody else is wearing. In this day and age, I can't believe they would have her try on multiple wardrobes. Ridiculous. I hope she comes forward with the name so he can face consequences for his disgusting actions. Because he probably thought that this suit will look good on her. Turns out, nah, not really. Let's try this one instead. And kept on until you got the right one. Depending on what actress it is, you have to change and adapt because that actress doesn't quite match with the film unless you have to do, some rearranging. Like, let's say if a girl decides she wants to get a tan, and so that means she has to stop. You have to tell her to stop getting a tans because you're messing up how this is going. And until she changes back, her skin naturally changes back to the way it's supposed to be. What you have to do is change the lighting. Sometimes you have to change things because the actress doesn't quite fit the role correctly. And as a matter of fact, that's exactly what happened to Raven Simone. From That's So Raven. She had to stop tanning because she kept on doing what she wanted to do. And they also wanted her to lose weight. She kind of was able to get away with that. Then again, she wasn't exactly the sex object. She was also young, so that would have been weird. Not to say that Hollywood's not above that. I'm not saying Hollywood's above that with Dan Snyder. Rumors. Don't want my channel to get shut down or some lawsuit papers get sent at me for making lies. It's rumors. It's rumors, man. I had a few employees that believed an employer could not dictate when they had to come to work and didn't want to wear the store uniform. They also didn't believe that they could be replaced with people more willing to follow requirements. They learned the life lesson. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you don't want the job, you don't have to come. I mean, it's not like she wasn't going to be able to work in Hollywood had she not done that. She just would have been those blink and you miss it people whose name is not necessarily worth putting up there if she's not willing to play ball. Because if you're the main character, I mean, even men, they have to get surgery if they don't look a certain part. I mean, and they're supposed to be AAA actors. The only person that's really been able to get away with that, and it's because he stars in a lot of his own movies, is Adam Sandler, because he needed to get surgery. I'm not sure if he's gotten it, but there was something going on with his teeth, and he needed to get surgery, and he didn't really need to do that because he was the side character. It's not a complicated idea. You're supposed to look like perfection in Hollywood. But yeah, tell me your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, or don't. But hey, this is Which J Today, coming back to you with another video. Signing out.